Hello everyone and welcome back to Conquest, where today we are getting it done. 500 waves is happening. Before I launch in there, we need to talk about a couple things, such as some comments that I saw in the last video about what I need to do to actually get this done. So, I saw a whole bunch of recommendations, so I'm just going to read off what I remember. Okay, so the first one is tier 5s. Yes, we need to get tier 5s. A lot of people are saying that, and I completely agree. Which means we are going to need to rework our core area, because right now it is filled with tsunamis and conveyor spaghetti. Another thing that also needs to be fixed is the power generation at the top of my core. That is actually what is moving the Antumbra and the Zenith up. It is the RTGs at the top of my core, because they are targeting power producers. So what I need to do is I need to move a power producer right above the cyclone area. Here's what I'm talking about with the core. It's a complete mess, and it needs to be reworked. This is complete spaghetti, and I hate it. So we're going to rework this. Going to get everything nice and organized, and we're going to probably use mass drivers because their throughput is higher, I think. Not actually sure. Okay, and here's what I was talking about with the cyclones. We need to put a power producer up here, probably just a thorium reactor, because things like to target those. I don't really know why. It's probably because they explode violently, if I had to guess. So we're going to need to do that, and put that here, and then we can remove the RTGs up here, which is what they're targeting. I'm very happy that they're not targeting the impact setup, because that would be a problem. Next up, tier 5s. Probably going to have them being built over here, so we're going to have to move some conveyor lines, but we're going to have to do that anyway. We're going to do that. Another thing that someone recommended is using water units, and that's not a bad idea. If we could somehow get the tier 5 water units into here, that would be really good. The only problem with that is I don't think I could fit them. We would have to build an entire tier 5 factory down here, and like that barely fits in as is. Plus we'd have to get resources down here. I don't think that's viable. And then another thing we need to do, we need to start putting more foreshadows over here, because a lot of the air units like to go this way, and if we're going to continue to have them go this way, we need to be able to shoot them out of the sky extremely quickly, which is what we're going to do right here. Oh yeah, one more thing I did remember. Force fields. Probably should start throwing force fields in some areas, specifically right here. All right, sweet. So there's that. So I guess the first order of business is let's get a thorium reactor built up here. Okay, so hopefully they'll target that now. One more thing that I need to do before we actually continue. We are currently running out of basically every single resource on the entire planet, and our launch pad system from Salt Flats isn't keeping up. But we're sending 11,000 over to Salt Flats and then 2,000 to the other place. So why don't we just cut out the middleman and send all 11,000 silicon per second straight over here to 138. That will solve all of our problems. I just need to note that I need to put this back to Salt Flats once we are done with this. We're getting all of this stuff now. Why don't we now rework the core area? I need to be very careful about this, though, because if I remove stuff that's like ammo lines, that's going to be bad, you know? Okay, but before we do that, why don't we see where these all go, just to make sure that we're not going to die here. I'm also going to attempt to reposition these quads, because they keep dying, and it's extremely annoying. Like this one. Look, what are you doing, bro? Just dove straight in there. Like, yeah, of course you're going to die. Okay, so it looks like they're still getting destroyed over there, but we're going to need to beef up some things, obviously. Okay, so let's rework this core area and get unit production fixed. All right, so I haven't done much, but I have done a little bit. I've removed some of the RTGs. I've put... What on earth is going on there? That's actually normal. Okay, I put an extra surge mass driver that goes to here, and then down to here. And this is where we're going to put a whole bunch more, probably meltdowns in the front line, but most likely foreshadows is going to be the main focus over here. I just want to be sure that nothing is going to get past this area. How are we doing over here? Looks like my entire building army just got demolished. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you flying straight into the fray there. All right, nuclear's under attack. Is it fine? It survived 0 waves. Jesus. Bro, relax. What happened? The wall's perfectly intact. What do you mean 0 waves? I think we'll be fine. So now we've got Overdrive Dome here. We've got this one also going. I'm just going to surge these together. I don't want you to go there. I want you to go here. And then what we can do is we can start running in big power nodes to here. Is everything good? Looks like it. Okay, the only thing this is now missing is liquids. And well, what do you know? There's a giant thing of titanium up here and a huge pit of water. Oh, hey, our new battery's shooting. And they got even less distance than they did last time. Perfect. Okay, this is going well. Still losing units by the boatloads. Not much I can do about that because these guys are exceptionally stupid. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, cool. That's all that done. That's another foreshadow battery. That should help fix a lot of the problems. Now we just need to be sure that ammo is getting delivered everywhere it needs to be. What just happened? Oh no! This is a nightmare scenario! The power cut out! Oh! This is why you keep battery backups, fellas. This is why you do that. We have 11 seconds. I think we overstayed our budget on power. Every single one of my turrets needs power! No! There's no cryo either! Oh! I think it's over. I think it's over. I think it's over. What do we do? Why did we run out of power? What happened? Oh no. Oh god, what do I do? Okay, hold on. I gotta think. What do I do here? Hold on, I have an idea. This is gonna be really sketchy, but we're gonna have to do it. Okay, we just have to be extremely careful to be pausing at every living second right now while I build this entire huge RTG power setup. Hopefully we can use this to kickstart our impacts and then we'll be back in business. I really don't know what shut off power. Okay, power's good. We just need to disconnect this from everything. This cannot be accessed even remotely close to anything that's powered. -5. Wait, this is manageable. Hold on. Build it! God dang it! Okay, okay. Oh my god. Ah! I think it's over, fellas, if I had to guess. Yeah, I think it's over. Are you serious? Well, this is gonna be the shortest video ever. You know what? A wise man once said,
never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Let's get it! Let's go!
and we are back. Wave 250, just like that. For you guys, probably took maybe 5 minutes of montage. For me, it's been 2 hours. Turns out, it takes a while to get 250 waves done. Who would have guessed, right? Who would have guessed? Anyways, so I should probably talk about everything that I've changed here. So first thing is I've added a little bit of wall here. It seems like the thicker the wall is, the less likely they are to get through. Who would have guessed? Another thing that I've done, I unplugged all of the foreshadow. I wanted to see how far we could get without using 500,000 surge ammo per second. And we've got all the way to 250 without these sniper turrets, which is really good. And obviously, you guys saw in the montage that I redid the core like I said I would. We're now making quads and mega at a very nice rate. Everything looks good. Everything has a nice extraction rate. And the mega, I have set them on rebuild and not repair. Because on rebuild, they all on repair, they all kind of flew in and died to the Vela lasers. I've set most of them to rebuild. And then I've set 4 to repair, because then the 4 of them will fly around in circles and get everything distracted and heal up the front lines. But the front lines have been healing themselves pretty well with all of the menders that I've been having. So we don't really need as many quads to do that. So I figured I'd just put 4 of them on there. They distract some of the units so the lasers don't hit the walls. They go down a lot, but I mean, honestly, it's fine. I can just rebuild them, and it keeps pressure off of the wall pretty well. I also did set up a whole bunch of repair turrets up here, so when they get scared and fly up, they'll just go up there and get repaired. Yeah, I don't even know. I might even send all of these guys to stop doing this, because it's just eating resources, and they're not really doing as much as I'd like. But anyways, I've seen the enemies get up to here-ish. This kind of areas where the actual like tier 4s have gotten. The crawlers have got all the way up here before. That may be because I'm on 4 times speed, but they are getting pretty far. So I think the first thing we're going to do, we're going to turn these back on. So that should, of course, help with power. And another thing that I did, we added a huge battery of foreshadows over here. I did that on the original one before we lost it. But we're back now. Got all these back. I also upgraded this. We got a whole bunch of meltdown over here with a whole bunch of water, which looks like it isn't pumping anymore because I forgot to put a fluid pump over there. I should probably do that before the enemies get up there. Anyways, the flying guys, they have not even been getting close to the cyclone. I don't think they've even shot one time. Maybe minus flares getting past. before I even built the foreshadows, but we're doing pretty good. I also built this little backup thing. If the enemies get this far, we're kind of screwed anyway, so I just kind of put some surge swarmers and water tsunamis. So hopefully they'll be able to take out anything that gets this far. I hope nothing gets this far, but honestly, the waves are getting very strong, and I'm getting a little worried we're not going to be able to make it. Everything else is looking good, though. I've added batteries over here. We've got power for days. And another thing that I need to point out, this is the first time that I've legitimately used a battery diode and had it, work how I intended. So basically what happened is a piece of thorium got into the phase line, blocked off all the overdrive domes, which caused us not to get enough cryo fluid, which then turned everything off. Luckily, I had this entire thing on its own power grid. It's got 2.7 million power stored up, so I just flipped this diode, disconnected the entire base, and had enough power to kickstart this, which was very cool. Never really used these before, but honestly, in this sector, not a bad thing. All right, anyways, we just got, 250 waves to go. Do you think we'll make it? I don't know. And another thing that I need to do is I need to get some of these quads to stop dying. I haven't built any tier 5s yet because I haven't needed to, but I probably will end up doing that soon, just because this is getting pretty intense. So why don't we actually go set that up now while the rest of the waves are going on. Okay, tier 5 time. Real question is, what factory am I going to replace, though? Because we kind of need the quads. Maybe I'll just wait for all the quads to get built up, and then just put them on repair mode, and then hope nothing dies. Because I don't think I have space to build another tier 5 factory, The other question is, what kind of T5 am I going to make? I need to build an Oct so I could pick them up. I think that's a good idea. Oh, wait, I just had a genius idea. I could build an Oct. Can you pick up the tier 5 boats and put them in water? Can you do that? 5 by 5 by 5 by 5? 5.5 by 5.5. What's the size of this? Does it say? You know what? Maybe we just start putting a bunch of these boats in the lake down there. That would be super strong, I bet. Okay, let's make an Oct. We need to do that. Did you see that? That crawler took 10 snipes to go down. That's ridiculous. It looks like we're doing better on the slow speeds, though, so that's good. All right, all good, and it looks like we are good to go to build this tier 5. I think I'm just going to build one. I don't really think I'm going to need them. And I can't really just set them here in the defense either, because these guys are just going to push them out of the way all the time, and it's not going to be worth it, So what do we need? Silicon. We need phase fabric. We need surge and plastanium. That can be done. All we have to do then is something like this. And literally everything else we need is right here. Unfortunately, though, it's kind of... We're kind of using this, what's the worst that could happen, right? Actually, I know exactly what could happen. I could lose the entire sector for the second time. But I think it's fine. And this does take priority, too, because it'll move down first. So I think we'll be fine. Cryo fluid is going to be a problem, though. But we can just route this in here, and we could just have it not... It's not going to be as fast as I'd like it, but it's still going to work out just fine. Okay. Just waiting for the other resources to get in. We can actually cut that off now that we don't actually need it. Yep, there we go. Started being built. Okay, we'll wait for that to get built up. For now, we got to go make sure that the enemies aren't going to get through. I don't think they are, but... Man, my quads, they're just so stupid sometimes. Why are you flying at them? What is that going to gain? What are you going to gain from doing that? Nothing. You're going to gain nothing. You're going to die. That's what's going to happen. Okay, so I just did a quick search up, and it looks like the Oct cannot carry the tier 5 boats, but it can carry the tier 4 boats. Now, I'm not really sure what this energy field does. 22.5 blocks, 1.5% repair, electrified. What does this do? It's like a damage field or something? I'm not really sure, but hey, extra healing is always nice, right? Shocks all enemy units and structures that enter its energy field, repairs all allies. Oh. And what about the Say? It has a range of 35 blocks? Okay, the real question is, will the Say reach the enemies? So if we're going to put them here, so to speak, it might reach. We could also move these meltdowns here because these aren't really doing much anymore. That seems pretty reasonable. We leave this one and then we can put all of them here. Okay, let's do it. Our Oct hopefully should be done by now. If not, it's going to be extremely close. It is? Okay, sweet. So we can get rid of you now. We don't need this. And now we have to start building Say. Now the thing is, I don't think you can put tier 3s on a conveyor belt, but we are going to try. Payload 3x3. I don't know how big these guys are. Oh, 2x2, so I should be able to move these. Yeah, I can. Okay, sweet. There we go. And that should be able to build that. Oh my god, guys. Please get out of the way. Let me build that. Now, I can't see what I'm doing because this is so much worse. Here, let me go build like an impact reactor over here and then deconstruct it so they can like get out of the way. Alright, thank you. And now we need to pipe all the resources over. Alright, and now we should be getting the tier 4 guys, say, and they should be able to start blasting the enemies, hopefully. And then we could also put an Aegis, a couple of them in there. You know what, why don't we just get that set up now? Yeah, we could also just set the Oct down right here and not have any on repair, because it looks like the enemies just like to shoot at units. So if we set him here and then we have all of these healers here, the shield will tank a whole bunch of damage and then it'll just tank all the damage and it won't even ever get destroyed. Alright, so it looks like we got our first boat here, so why don't we go hop into the Oct and see if we can actually pick this thing up. Yep, I got it. You can see it up there in the little corner. Alright, moment of truth. Hey, we got him. Alright, sweet. And now, how far does it reach? Oh, yes. Very good. That should be able to reach them. Can I carry 2 of them? Let's find out. Doesn't look like it. Okay, one at a time. Alright, looks like we're starting to get some of our Aegis here. I don't know how these work, so we're just going to kind of put them. You think I could fit it in this oil pit here? I feel like that'd be a bad idea. Oh my god, I put it in the oil pit. It looks like they don't shoot, which is kind of weird. But let's not put it in the oil pit. You think I can put it there? Oh my god, I can put it there? Alright, well I'm going to put one there then. I feel like that would be good, you know, it would heal up a whole bunch of things. Maybe I should... I don't think my defense is built on water, but if it is, I could totally just start poking holes in it and then putting these guys in it. Oh, look at that. You see that? That was cool. Oh, it's got like, what are those called? Segment. It's got like segment on it. That's really cool, actually. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so then that'll sit there. Hopefully that'll help heal up those guys as well. Sweet. Okay. We got one in there. We got one down there. I don't think I built this on a lake. I think all of the water is actually down here, so we can't, unfortunately, put them anywhere else. Although I could put sniper boats here, although they'd get destroyed by the Entombra. Never mind. But hey, these guys are shooting, and it looks like they're not even getting up to here now. They're only getting to here. So I think this is working out. But now we need to get rid of this because we're basically done on boats. We have backups. There we go. We'll keep these as like reserve. If we built like 3 more Oct, we could like fill the entire defense with shields. I feel like that would be a good idea. I do like that the Say are shooting them. That's very good. I wish I could carry the tier 5 boats because then we could put a bunch of the snipers down there. But we can carry Corvus, so I could just line Corvus up all the way up here and maybe some even over here. That might be a good idea. I might just do that. Or I think you can set them on defense, so maybe we could just set them on top of it. Let's just get a bunch of units up in here. This is how we're going to make it. All right. We just gotta wait for this guy to get built up, and then the other tier 4s that or tier 5s I'm gonna make Corvus, and I might make Rain, put them behind the defense. I don't think I'm gonna make any Toxopid. Their range is not that high. 29 blocks, although they could sit on top of our defense, so maybe I will make them. Definitely doing Corvus because they have a super high range. Eclipse, we could also put some Eclipse down somewhere. That might be good. Okay, you know what? We're just going to spam tier 5s everywhere. That's what's going to happen. All right, so I think the next unit that I'm going to be building, we are going to be doing... you know what? Let's do ground. I'm going to do one of these 2 first. You know what? Let's just do Toxopid. They're pretty cool, aren't they? We'll just walk them right up onto the defense. Right under the Octs. Yep, doing great. Unfortunately, the repair guys are definitely pushing the Octs forward, which is not really a problem, but it might be. And I also think we're at the point where we should not be skipping waves because we need to make sure that we have enough ammo, enough health, enough regen, enough everything, you know? So it looks like the era of skipping waves is over, so this is going to be a very long process, mostly for me, because I'll probably just be cutting out the not so interesting parts. And it looks like we're starting to build our Toxopids now, which is very good. And there's our first Toxopid. So it looks like the ball's range should be able to reach them from the front line, assuming that you can only target the center and not the legs. I think that's how that works. Let's just go set this guy right down on the front line over here. If I respawn and go move into free cam real quick, we should see some... Yep, perfect. And let's check his health. All good. How about you? Getting healed up? Now, unfortunately, I don't know how much that's doing. But it looked like it was doing a lot, because they only got to here. Yeah, okay, so I think I've got about 6 toxopids total in there. Let's go check. So this says there's 6, so there's 5. There's 5 toxopids in there, and they're already getting about half the distance that they currently did while they were at the wall. These toxopid cluster bombs do a lot of damage. We're going to spam 24 of them right on the wall, and nothing is going to get through. Let's watch this one. Nice. Man, the ridiculousness that this is getting to. They used to be getting up to here. Now they can't even get past this. And that's even with the crawlers. The crawlers used to be getting up to here, and now they can't even get here. Alrighty. So we have enough in here to make the last toxopids we need, and I have switched it over to Nova so we can start making Corvus. Alrighty. Of course, all of these guys are just like swarming over here, so I can't actually select the other toxopid, which is kind of inconvenient, but we'll get them all moved down. I haven't been paying attention to the air units. I assume they're all dying, but I don't really know. I haven't been looking. And there we go. 24 toxopids total. Those are the last 2, and I'm just going to slap them right in here. There we go. Look at that. Corvus. Now, I don't know where I'm going to put these Corvus. I think I'm just going to put them behind the toxopid because these things got some range on them. If I went ahead and put it here, think it'd shoot? Oh, yeah, it did. Oh, this is wave 300. Oh. Okay, well, anyways, let's take a look at everything we've got going on. I paused it. These guys are getting obliterated by the meltdowns and the sniper line over here. I don't think they even make it up to here. I think they all just die. Down here, we've got 24 toxopid. We're starting to get in some Corvus, and they are just sniping down on that. Looking good. And now let's see how far these guys get. Okay, so they're starting to get up to here, but they haven't even got to the cyclone area or the meltdowns up here, so I think we're good. Down here, they used to be getting up to here. Now they can't get past that. 300 waves in, I think we have a good chance. We just need to get more Corvus, and eventually I might go back to making more Oct, just because it looks like they are doing quite a bit. Another thing that I could also do is I could make a bunch of Eclipse and put them in here. We'd have to put a bunch of Octs to shield them, but we could put them here and they could shoot down on the Entumbras. Oh yeah, and if I didn't mention, we started an oil fire down here. That's just going to be there. I don't think it's causing any harm to me. And it might be causing harm to them, which is exactly what we want. Alrighty, we are back, wave 316. I don't really know when I left off, but anyway, we have all 24 Corvus now completely built. And here they all are, still rocking strong. We got all of our toxopids up here. These guys have been pushing down a little bit to rebuild some stuff. They've been destroying a single wall each time, but these guys just insta-repair it. So, not too bad. But anyways, here's how hectic it's getting. Yeah, it's getting pretty crazy. But we got all of our Corvus now in place. I'm just going to move these last 2 into position. I'm just going to put this one probably right here. That'll do. Okay, but that's it for the Corvus. That's all done. So now we need to figure out, do we actually want to make rain or not? Please click the right button. Their range is only 23 blocks, but they do have some pretty high damage turrets. So I'm thinking either we chop out a little section here and put them all here, or we station them all up here, make a couple more Octs, and then we have them shoot the Antumbra that come in. So I think I'm going to make 1 or 2. We're going to see if the Antumbra target it, and if they do not, then I think we'll be good. And if they do, that's fine, because then we'll just make a bunch more Oct. All right, here we go. Next wave's coming up. Let's see if these guys will actually shoot the air units. Let's hope they do, because I don't want to just have these just sitting here, because they won't be able to do much else. It doesn't look like they want to. We might have to... You know what? Let me try that. I'm just going to put 1 of them, and I'm going to send him over there. We'll see what happens. Yeah, the shields are getting very strong, by the way. And I think my man's just died. Since their range isn't that good, I don't think it's going to be worth making these guys. So why don't we just go ahead and build Eclipses? They can just be put wherever they want. I don't really know if we'll use them very much, but we're going to have them just in case. Maybe we could put them as like an air defense, just kind of chilling over here, maybe. I don't know. I think I'm just going to station these guys right over here. I don't think anything's going to get up that high, but it'll be nice to have them. All right, well, I think I'm just going to sit through some waves. Probably not going to have much time-lapsing until the final 50 or so waves, because Basically, it's just me looking at the defense, looking back at the factories, moving things into place, checking the planet map. Not a whole bunch of interesting things going on, but I will definitely cut back when there is something interesting going on. But yeah, that's basically all that I'm doing right now. Just sitting and watching that happen. Okay, well, I'll come back when we have a huge army of Eclipse, I suppose. Well, happy wave 350, everybody. There is 93 enemies, and this is what it looks like. I have started building more Octs, because we definitely needed them, because I have been seeing 2 or 3 of the shields of these guys getting ripped off every wave. And if you guys don't know, Oct shields are very, very strong. 7,000 health each, and they're wiping out 3 of them each wave. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more. But anyways, we're making Octs. I've also went ahead and made all 24 Eclipses, and I've just put them all up here. And of course, it shielded them with some more Octs. Everything's been smooth sailing so far. Nothing has gone catastrophically wrong just yet. All the units are in position, and these guys are still dying. Nothing's gotten past this point, and the air units, nothing has gotten up here yet. We're still doing fine. But anyways, back to just chugging on. So let's watch this wave. I'll probably check back every 25 waves or so until we get to 450, and then we will do the biggest wave montage you've ever seen. So I guess let's watch this one. So yeah, this is basically what it looks like. You can't really see anything that's going on. These guys are already dead, and this, it is a mess. You really can't see anything that goes on there. Alright everyone, happy wave 375. Not much has happened since 350. Basically, exact same thing's been happening. Units everywhere. Nothing's too bad. They're all dying off before they can even get close. We're doing good. As you can see. Alright, there we go. So, a couple things that I have done. I have started, actually I finished completely making all of the rain. As you can see in the mini-map, I've zoomed in the mini-map so you can actually see what's going on under everything. We've got all 24 rain here. We got all of the Octs built up. I think I had that done last time. There's 3 extras, so they're just kind of chilling back here. We got 10 up here. This is kind of like the place they've been sitting in because everything's pushed them this way. And it's been working out really well, so we're going to keep it like that. Another thing that's happening, sectors have been attacking. We're surviving all of them. Nothing to worry about there. Okay. Basically, now it's just a waiting game. And this is taking a long time because I'm waiting the full 2 minutes, like, in between each wave just to be sure I have a lot of ammo. Yeah, it's taken a long time to get here. I think we're going to make it. I don't want to jinx anything, so knock on wood, but I think we're good. Alrighty, and welcome back to wave 402. Yeah, I missed by a wave. I'm kind of like half watching it, half not watching it, because, you know, 400 waves of just sitting here gets a little repetitive. But anyways, let me pause it here real quick. We're getting, you know, a lot of Antumbra, a lot of these guys. We've gotten like 12 enemies stuck at the core now. But basically, still straight shooting. Everything is basically the same as it was. These guys keep getting shoved out of the way by the quad everywhere, and it's really annoying. These guys have been destroying the air units, and we haven't even lost a quad yet. So that's pretty good. Let's watch the air this time. What happens to these guys? You know, they're actually getting pretty far, but also not really at the same time. Yep, that's basically how this is going. The main issue that I'm running into right now is the repair guys keep, like, shoving these guys out of the way, and it shoves them out of range of the healing, which is not good, because, you know, we kind of need to heal them. So I've just been, you know, moving these guys every 30 seconds. It's extremely annoying, but hey man, 25 more waves, we'll check back in. Alrighty fellas, welcome back to wave 25. Everything has been going smoothly, nothing has changed at all, minus the fact that I thickened the wall up a little bit. Looks like we got a relatively small wave this time as well. The waves have been kind of going between 80 and 120 enemies so far. Haven't really gone above or below that in a good while. So I think this is just going to be ride it out until we get to 500 type of deal. Anyways, nothing else has changed at all. As I've said, I did thicken up this wall here, although over here it's not as thick as I could be, mostly because of the core no build zone, which is kind of annoying. But, you know, it's not much I can do about it. So we're just trucking along, killing enemies, same as always. Nothing's changed at all. Yep, that's basically how this entire thing's been going. And, you know, I was thinking to myself while I was, waiting through 300,000 waves, I wonder why the enemies aren't getting up to here since we've added all these other units. And I was looking through the tech tree here, and the Toxopids, the giant ball things give the sapped effect. And if you look at sapped here, it gives a speed multiplier of 70%. So they're getting slowed down. Thank you, Toxopids. I think you guys are carrying right now. And would you look at that? 450 is here in 7 seconds. Alright, what's new? Nothing. Nothing has changed at all since wave 425. More units have showed up, kind of, and it's gotten to a point where we've gotten into such a perfect position here with the Oct that I haven't even needed to move them in about 20 waves. So basically, we're just sitting here. Although one thing of note, we have started kind of taking some heavy damage to the wall. I don't know if you saw on the mini-map there, but there were some serious hits being taken. Oh, and apparently 82 is under attack. I didn't even notice. That's probably not good. I probably lost a couple sectors without even noticing. We're doing good. We're taking some more heavy hits into the wall, but I think moving these units up should fix that, although I literally just said that we got into a perfect position. Apparently not. Sitting through 50 waves, kind of boring. Ask me how I know. I've done 450. So we'll probably go to 475, 480, and then we'll just montage the rest of the way there. And once we get to 500, we can destroy this stupid little core and call this video done. Good grief. Alrighty, and welcome to 475. And nothing much has changed other than they have started to deal some serious damage to the walls, so much so that the repair guys are constantly down here. Yeah, it's getting a little scary. Looks like this is a pretty easy wave, though. But if you look on the minimap, we're taking some heavy hits right now. Yeah, it's looking a bit rough. Although we only have 25 waves left. And I think this oil pit's on fire, but the healing guys have been just kind of healing this guy. I did try to put it out, but it didn't really want to, so I guess we're just gonna assume it's fine. Okay, anyways. Now I think it's about time that we do a wave montage. We are going to get this done. There's 25 waves left. I have full confidence in my units and my defense. I think we got it this time. Let's start the montage. Alrighty, here we are. Wave 499. There's 23 enemies remaining, but again, they're the ones that are just, sitting by the core. They're getting stuck. Yeah, they just kind of chill there. Also, another thing. All audio has been completely removed. I have no audio anymore, so let's just, hold on. I still have no audio. Well, you know what? We're just going to do it with no audio. It's fine. Here we go. Wave 500. The last wave. Until we are unvanquished. Come on. 123 enemies. Not even concerned. Yep. Same old, same old. Everything is getting blasted. Don't even have to worry about it. Same thing down here. Cut that out. And there you have it. 500 waves down. I'm going to do one more. Just in case the next one's wave 500. because you start at wave 1, right? So let's do 1 or 2 more just to be sure. I'm not doing this again. This is ridiculous. It has taken me a very, very long time. Actually, let's go take look how long. 11 hours. I don't know if that's an accurate counter, but it sure felt like that. Anyways, we've been here a long time, and I'm definitely not going to try to do this again because, you know, once this is done, it's done. Don't need to do it again. Achievement collected. All right, here's wave 501. It looks like it's kind of smaller than the other one. That's weird. Okay, well, doesn't matter to me. I don't care. Everything's getting melted and destroyed anyway. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Wave 501. I feel like we need to do one wave with audio though, just to see how loud it is. Let me just go reopen the game real quick. Ah, much better. Okay. You know, I've been on 2x speed this entire time, so why don't we reset it back to 1 time speed just for this last wave we're doing. Oh wow, the game feels so much slower now. Holy. Alright, well here we go. This is the final wave. 121 enemies total. It's more like 100 because there's 20 of them stuck right here, but that is not my concern. Basically, we just get to watch these guys get destroyed. And listen, because it's very loud. Yeah. And with that, I'd say we're good. So let's grab our trusty old friend, the Toxoppid here, and just go rain down some death upon their core and call this sector good. Once and for all, we have done it. We captured Sector 150. That's not what I was talking about, but cool. Kind of don't want to get hit by this Vela. But it's not like it's... Yeah, it's not doing that too much damage to me. Could you get out of the way? I'm trying to destroy the core here. Boom! There we go! It is done! Finally! Unvanquished achievement! It's not a real achievement. I'll make it one! Okay, yeah, that was an incredibly long process. Overall total time, 11 hours and 23 minutes. I don't think that's too accurate. It's probably been more like 6 or 7, but still, that's a lot of time to be spending in a single sector. Why don't we just go take one last look around the entire thing, and then we'll call it a day. Okay. First up here, unit production, battery bank, water units, cryo fluid, emergency turret tower down here that we didn't need to use just in case. Power up here, we got our emergency power with the use of a battery diode. Incredible stuff. Cryo fluid factory, bank of foreshadows, a bunch of eclipses, a bunch more eclipses, extra meltdowns, 24 rain, ox spread throughout the place, another foreshadow bank. Down here, we got a boat sitting on a burning oil pit. That's fine. I'm sure it's fine. 24 quad, 24 mega, 24 polys, 24 corvus, and 24 toxoppid, all sitting on top of overdrive dome, cryo-cooled meltdowns. That is how you build a defense. Okay, well, overall, I would say that this challenge is not recommended if you have any sanity left, just because of how long it took to do. Alright, well, I'm going to go move these ox out of the way so I can get an epic thumbnail. Now that is a thumbnail if I've ever seen one. Alright, with all that being said, I think this is it for this episode. We have got the Unvanquished achievement, even though it's not a real achievement, but it's fine, don't worry about it. Oh, okay. I'm very happy that this is over. This was a very interesting challenge, and never again. Goodbye.